As a Man Thinketh by James Allen is a short but profound book that explores the idea that our thoughts are the primary force shaping our lives and circumstances. Allen suggests that a person's character, success, and happiness are all direct outcomes of their habitual thoughts and inner beliefs. He emphasizes that by cultivating positive, disciplined thoughts and rejecting negativity, individuals can transform their lives and achieve their goals. Through concise, inspiring language, Allen teaches readers that self-mastery and purpose-driven thinking are essential to leading a fulfilled and meaningful life. It is suggestive rather than explanatory, its object being to stimulate men to the discovery and perception of the truth that they themselves are makers of themselves by virtue of the thoughts which they choose and encourage. The mind is the master weaver, both of the inner garment of character and the outer garment of circumstance, and that, as they may have hitherto woven in ignorance and pain, they may now weave in enlightenment and happiness. Introduction. The world is your kaleidoscope, and the varying combinations of colors which, at every succeeding moment it presents to you, are the exquisitely adjusted pictures of your ever-moving thoughts. The world around you isn't static. It's constantly changing, just like the shifting patterns in a kaleidoscope. And the beauty? You're the one holding the lens. Think about your day-to-day experience. When your thoughts are positive and focused, the world seems full of possibilities. When you're frustrated or distracted, the same world feels chaotic or frustrating. Most of us have heard people say, "You are what you eat." Food is fuel for our bodies, and the quality and amounts we ingest significantly affects our health and quality of life. You are what you think. Our thoughts are the fuel for our mind. Our thoughts fuel our dreams and aspirations, or they can bind us from accomplishing them. A particular train of thought persisted in, be it good or bad, cannot fail to produce its results on the character and circumstances. A man cannot directly choose his circumstances, but he can choose his thoughts, and so indirectly, yet surely, shape his circumstances. Quick question for you. Have you ever stopped to think about the power your thoughts hold over your life? Like, what would change in your life if you truly believed your thoughts could shape your circumstances? Like, when you focus on negative thoughts, doesn't it feel like life becomes more challenging? But when you shift to positive thoughts, things seem to fall into place. It's just like driving a car. If your fuel is clean and high quality, the car runs smoothly. But if it's poor quality or contaminated, it'll be problematic. This idea is something we experience every day. Just remember, you can't always choose your circumstances, but you can choose your thoughts. And that's where your transformation begins. Chapter 1. Thought and Character. This opening chapter introduces the central theme. Our thoughts shape our character. Allen explains that a person's life is a reflection of their inner thoughts. By controlling and refining our thoughts, we can cultivate strong, virtuous character and ultimately shape our destiny. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. The aphorism, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he, not only embraces the whole of a man's being, but is so comprehensive as to reach out to every condition and circumstance of his life. A man is literally what he thinks, his character being the complete sum of all his thoughts. As the plant springs from, and could not be without, the seed, so every act of a man springs from the hidden seeds of thought, and could not have appeared without them. This applies equally to those acts called spontaneous and unpremeditated as to those which are deliberately executed. Act is the blossom of thought, and joy and suffering are its fruits. Thus does a man garner in the sweet and bitter fruitage of his own husbandry. Think about this. Have you ever paused to consider, what kind of fruit are you harvesting from your thoughts? Are they sweet or bitter? Man is a growth by law, and not a creation by artifice, and cause and effect is as absolute and undeviating in the hidden realm of thought as in the world of visible and material things. Just as a seed grows into a tree according to natural laws, our thoughts shape our lives according to an equally powerful and predictable set of laws. When you choose to take on a positive mindset, you're sowing seeds for growth, but when you dwell on negativity, you're nurturing stunted growth. A noble and godlike character is not a thing of favor or chance, but is the natural result of continued effort in right thinking, the effect of long-cherished association with godlike thoughts. An ignoble and bestial character, by the same process, is the result of the continued harboring of groveling thoughts. Man is made or unmade by himself. In the armory of thought, he forges the weapons by which he destroys himself. He also fashions the tools with which he builds for himself heavenly mansions of joy and strength and peace. Every thought you have is a tool. You can use it to build or destroy. It's in your hands, like a craftsman shaping his tools. Have you ever noticed how a single negative thought can spiral into a series of poor decisions? The same is true for positive thinking. One hopeful thought can lead to a chain of empowering actions. By the right choice and true application of thought, man ascends to the divine perfection. By the abuse and wrong application of thought, he descends below the level of the beast. Between these two extremes are all the grades of character, and man is their maker and master. Of all the beautiful truths pertaining to the soul which have been restored and brought to light in this age, none is more gladdening or fruitful of divine promise and confidence than this. That man is the master of thought, the molder of character, and maker and shaper of condition, environment, and destiny. As a being of power, intelligence, and love, and the lord of his own thoughts, man holds the key to every situation and contains within himself that transforming and regenerative agency by which he may make himself what he wills. Man is always the master, even in his weakest and most abandoned state, but in his weakness and degradation, he is the foolish master who misgoverns his household. Even at our lowest points, we hold the reins of our own lives. The key difference between success and failure lies in how we govern our thoughts and actions. Think about someone who's fallen into bad habits or a toxic mindset. It's still their choice to continue down that path. In contrast, those who take responsibility for their growth are able to shift their trajectory, even in challenging times. When he begins to reflect upon his condition and to search diligently for the law upon which his being is established, he then becomes the wise master, directing his energies with intelligence and fashioning his thoughts to fruitful issues. Such is the conscious master, and man can only thus become by discovering within himself the laws of thought, which discovery is totally a matter of application, self-analysis, and experience. Only by much searching and mining are gold and diamonds obtained, and man can find every truth connected with his being if he will dig deep into the mine of his soul, and that he is the maker of his character, the molder of his life, and the builder of his destiny. He that seeketh findeth, and to him that knocketh it shall be opened. He may unerringly prove, if he will watch, control, and alter his thoughts, tracing their effects upon himself, upon others, and upon his life and circumstances, linking cause and effect by patient practice and investigation, and utilizing his every experience, even to the most trivial, everyday occurrence, as a means of obtaining that knowledge of himself which is understanding, wisdom, power. Think about this. When was the last time you mined the depths of your soul for your inner truths, your dreams, or your purpose? In this direction, as in no other, is the law absolute that he that seeketh findeth, and to him that knocketh it shall be opened. For only by patience, practice, and ceaseless importunity can a man enter the door of the temple of knowledge. This isn't a matter of luck. This is a universal law. The more you seek, the more you will find. But it requires persistence and a commitment to never stop seeking. Think about learning a new skill or pursuing a goal. If you give up too early, you'll never experience the rewards. But if you keep pushing forward, even in small steps, the doors of opportunity will open. If thoughts shape your character and destiny, what are you allowing to dominate your mind daily? I hope you enjoyed this narration and found it engaging. If you liked what you heard, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more upcoming chapters and books. Feel free to leave your thoughts or requests for future books in the comments below. Until next time, happy listening and take care.